Hi, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm so glad that you decided to come and join us on tonight. I'm excited about tonight's conversation. Sanctity of Sisterhood. I am my sister's keeper. Those of you that have been following me and those of you that have been on my Facebook page, you know that I said earlier that Sanctity of Sisterhood has been my baby since 2013. It is something that the Lord gave me in regards to us as women. Sanctity of Sisterhood. I am my sister's keeper, and I I feel like it is now the time that it's time for us as women to unite, to come together and become a united force. We have so many things to separate us, but if we could just come together and really sit down and talk about our issues, what's bothering us, and you know what? I know people say time we need a safe haven, we need a safe place because people don't want to talk about their issues. The reality of it is, and even if you have a safe place, we have to be the safe place as people. We have to be the safe haven. We have to learn how to shut our mouths and hear people. So tonight, I want to introduce to you my sister. She's coming on with me, and we're going to talk. We're going to discuss. She has singles coming out, books. So thank you in advance for joining us. We're going to ask that if you have questions or comments, please post them. We're going to read them. We're going to try and answer your questions. And we're just going to have a good time. Tonight's topic is Girl Get Up. I got you. We got you on tonight. So come in, Lady Daniels.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, lady.
Hi. Um, I'm so excited on tonight.
I'm
Like I
excited.
said, we have Lady Daniels, and those of you that know her or you follow her, you know that Lady Daniels is always an encourager.
I
She's
try.
somebody that you can talk to, my sister girl. You
Yeah.
know, somebody that you don't have to worry about hearing your business. You don't
Nope.
have to worry about if
Nope.
you know can I trust her. No,
Right.
she's a sister that has your back. And so
Yeah.
tonight we're coming to you, we're sharing, we're being real,
Yes. Yes.
and we're gonna just talk. So when when you think about the thing girl get up, or the topic girl get up, sometimes it could be thought of in a negative. You
Right.
know, you just telling
Right.
somebody get up, get over it.
Right.
Get up from what
Right.
are we getting up from? And
Right.
our prayer time, the Lord was saying that we need to get up from those things, um those barriers that make us feel like we have to bash our sisters.
Right.
Let's just put it out there like that. Makes us
Right.
feel like, we have to, have a one up on our sister.
Right.
It's time
Right.
out for that. We need to extend the hand. So what do you think about that, Lady Daniels?
I agree with you. It's to a place now that too many of our sisters have fallen, and it doesn't mean naturally fallen, um, but emotionally, mentally, with everything that's happening in our lives. There is so much, not just including this pandemic, but it's just so much that in areas we fall, because I've been there, that you fall, but yet you still act like you're up. You're acting like you're up. You look like you're up, but in your spirit, in your mind, you have fallen. And so I believe it's for us as sisters to be sensitive, to say and read between the lines sometimes and say, now it's time. I got to help my sister get up. So I agree with you. It's a real area now that we've got to tap into. I can't just say it's for me, that I got to get up, or I got to think about myself. No, now I need to grab my sister and I need to pull her up. So I agree with you. It is very crucial that we get there.
Yeah, it's like when we spend a lot of time pulling each other down, right?
Absolutely.
And so when that happens, we crush each other.
Yes, we do.
It's really bad. And I know, like, I didn't want to generalize it and just make it the church, because as
No.
women, we do this to each other, whether in church or out of church.
Yes. Yes,
We're
ma'am.
we're jealous of each other.
Yes.
We're okay with tearing each other down. We're
Yes.
okay with not helping each other,
No.
not being that real sister.
Right.
And I said it yesterday, you know, men, they don't have a problem with, if they have an issue, they hash it out.
They do.
What is wrong with us as women that we cannot say, you know what, sis, I got you, even though what I said may have offended you or hurt you,
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
And restore each other.
Exactly.
Where is restoration? And
Right.
this is the thing, we have to learn how to restore each other. And that's not happening. And that's why I believe a lot of us are broken. A lot of us women are hurting, because who's the restorer?
But the thing that I realize is, before we get to restoring each other, we don't get a place of restoration for ourselves. A lot of us, the reason why we have a problem with um, lifting each other, pulling each other, helping each other, is because there are areas in us that we haven't admitted that we're broken in. And so if I'm broken, I can't look past the broken in me to help try to fix what's broken in her. I don't have that capability. And we don't admit it. You know, we can admit what we like, but we don't admit what we don't like within. And that's the struggle that we need to, and the reality of what we need to get to in ourselves. It's not so much what our sister did or what somebody else did. It's the areas in us that we need to begin to get back together. Because when we get put back together in those areas, and I'm a witness, that's when I'm able to really say to my sister, I see where you are, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I got that
Absolutely.
compassion because I know what that feels like. I know how that has affected me, whether it's been in marriage, whether you're single, a single mom, whatever it is. If I can't see past my brokenness, my hurt, my pain, we mask it a lot. You know, with makeup, and we mask it with getting our hair done, and I got good things and nice clothes and whatever, but we still come home and we struggle with all of this on the inside. This is where we need to deal with first. I got to deal with what's in me, because what's in me, if I'm not healed, I still end up breaking you.
Right.
And it's not intentionally. But we say it all the time. Hurt people, hurt people. And I believe that's been a cycle with women. We've all been hurt in areas. We've been abused in areas. And even those of us that have come to the Lord, saved, and we're in church, there are times that we're not able to really say, some of that stuff kind of comes back up. How do I deal with it? Or I can tell my sister, like, I can say to you, girl, I'm dealing with this, and I dealt with this maybe 10 years ago, but this feeling is starting to come back. I need you to help me. But we're too ashamed, because we feel like, no, they're going to say that, we feel like I'm not there, or they're going to say I haven't, been. None of us have arrived. Let's really be honest. And once we're honest about it, and I can say to you, my sister, you know what? I dealt with this 10 years ago, but them same feelings starting to come back a little bit. Something happened and it reminded me, like we use now, triggered. It triggered me to this action, or it triggered me to this feeling, this emotion that I don't really like. I need your help. Can you pray me through? Can you talk to me? Can you listen to me? Those are the areas of honesty that we need. And that's how I believe we'll begin to bridge these gaps that we have as ladies, as sisters. Because what keeps me from you
Right.
sometimes is not really that you did something to me. It's the stuff that I've been dealing with and stuff that reminds me of something that might have happened. You know what I mean? Or an incident, a situation. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it has to begin with us. And it's an honesty factor. Nah,
Right.
girl, I ain't got it all together today. I don't. I don't have it together today, sis.
Listen, if we're honest,
Come
and
on.
like you said, it's an honesty thing. I feel like we struggle as women being honest.
We do.
Because we're trying to be everything to everybody. We're trying to be perfect.
Yes.
Right, image. We trying to be perfect. We trying to be, I'm every woman. I got it. No, listen.
Talk about it.
We've got to understand that it's okay to be honest. It's okay to say, like you said, I don't have it all together. But what's happening is that we're ministering and we're trying to get people to be okay, like you said, when we're not okay.
Yeah.
We're
Can I be honest?
as women, and listen, it's all right. We want to be our sister's keeper, but to what extent? Because what's happening is, if we don't be honest enough to say, you know what, I'm not delivered from that, and I shouldn't speak on that.
Woo!
So what's happening is that we as women feel like, because we've experienced something, we've gone through some type of trauma, that it's okay for me now to be able to speak about it.
Say that.
And it's like, you know, if I've never been married, how I'm trying to tell somebody about marriage? I've never been there. I've never experienced those things. Right. And so we as women got to know our lane.
Jesus. Now that's the biggest part right there. That's the biggest part.
We got to know our lanes and stay in it, because what's happening is we don't know. We all over in somebody else's household, all over in somebody else's friendship, all over in somebody else's relationship, trying to repair other people that we deem broken, that have come to us with their issues. When in all honesty, we're still broken.
We're still broken. But that's the honesty that's needed. I'm still broken. I can't help fix you. I love you, but I can't. And I don't want to put my mouth, I don't want to allow what's in me to spill out, that I create an atmosphere for you that you're not supposed to be in. It's going to make it worse. Because there's power in our mouths. So what you speak out creates an atmosphere. And so if I'm speaking out of that place of bitterness because what you're going through, I kind of have not been healed from it. So now I'm like, oh, now I'm going to speak on it, but I'm coming from a place that's not good. So now that infiltrates your spirit even the more. Right. Instead of saying, I'm going to pray with you, but I'm not ready. This is not something I can handle. You need to go to somebody else that's a little more experienced.
Yep. And we don't want to do that. No. Why? Because we want to be the ones to say, I helped her out. and we got to get away from that. Listen, women, ladies, if somebody comes to you and you're not there, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm not there yet. I don't know. I can't help you. Yeah. Stop trying to be superwoman.
Come on.
Because honestly, we're bleeding on each other.
Yeah.
We're not, like Lady Dionne said, we're not being honest with each other. We're not being honest with ourselves first to say, I can't handle what you're going through right now because I'm still broken.
Right. I'm still hurting. And it's okay. I'm still hurting. I was transparent this weekend. I did a little thing, and I think it was yesterday. I said, this weekend was a little rough for me. We go through transitions of life, as we progress in age. And I admitted it. I'm 50 years old. So things for me are different than when I was 30 and when I was 40 or when I was 20. So when transitions of life come, we go through different emotions as women. Our bodies start to change. You start to feel different. You know, when you get tired, your tired is different at 50 than it was at
Yes.
40 or it was at 30. And so I had to admit it was rough. You know, it was just like, I was on edge. You know, my countenance was, you know, and I'm gonna be honest, my attitude was off. Like I had a moment. Like I was, and I really had to say, like, Dionne, for real, you are bugging. Like you gotta. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's like you over the edge, girl. Like you, you snap, and that's the honesty in it. But we don't talk about these things. So yes, I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. Yes, I love to worship and all, but I wasn't a worshiper this weekend. Okay, I was really like, all right, you being a little nasty. You got to calm down. You know, you can't. But that's the reality of it. And we think that we have to always have this and nobody talks about it. So women don't know that you're not alone when you go through these different transitions. You go through different emotions. You go through different feelings. We don't talk about this. So nobody knows how to handle it. And we all try to suppress it, you know, and try to act like still like, oh, praise the Lord. Oh, things are
Right.
so, no. Girl, today ain't a good day. Who's that sister girl that can handle today's not a good day? And you're not going to charge it to, oh, well, I thought she was saved. Oh, I thought she was, you know, your lady
Right.
so-and-so. No. Today's not a good day. And that's where we need to get to be able to be honest with each other. And once we're able to be honest with each other, that's when I believe the relationships between us will grow even stronger. But we don't allow each other that. So the first thing is, when I know your weak place, I'm trying to use it against you. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
We
Like
don't
I said,
learn each
that's
other's weak place to take that vulnerability and use it against them. And that's been my pet peeve. I think all of these years in leading women, speaking to women, is you don't take what your sister has shared with you in vulnerability. She's shown you those areas, and then you use it against her when you get upset. I can't stand it.
listen.
I
Trust.
can't stand it.
Huh, listen.
There is
That's
stuff
like
that I
one of
have
the.
with me that I will take to my grave, because I was told as a woman when I was really being groomed, you got to be a well, and you got to allow when people pour and they come to you and they trust you to pour, let it go down in that well. I don't care if they never speak to me again. You'll never hear it from me.
I think that could it be that now with this generation, with the way the women are now, we don't have, in all honesty, we don't have a lot of voices to teach us young ladies how to be a well,
Right.
to tell us. And I said yesterday on my live, we need those people in our life, those at people, the
Yeah.
people that are going to
No.
pull your coattail,
Yep.
are going to tell you what you're
Yep.
saying is wrong.
Right.
Close your mouth. You're
Right.
out of order.
Yep.
That's what we need
Yep.
in this time.
Yes.
Because what's happening is we're telling people who are not mature enough to be honest with us, to tell us to shut up.
Right. Because we're so
if you're
afraid we
my
don't want
friend,
anybody mad at us.
yeah. If you're
I
my
don't
sister,
care.
listen, tell me the truth. Tell me be quiet. I'm talking too much.
That's
Tell
right.
me the truth.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, like you said, it goes back to that honesty factor. We're not being honest about ourselves.
Right.
Instead, we're trying to win everybody else, but not ourselves. And the first step to being healed and being delivered and going out is healing for ourselves.
Right. We as
And
women, I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean to
go
cut
ahead.
you off. We as women, we don't realize, lady, there is a grace on us as women that God has given us. And so we're so busy trying to prove hard and, you know, I can fight every battle and not realizing all we have to do is back up, take a moment and realize the grace that is on our lives, that we've been graced to handle even multiple things. That's why we are who God created us to be, able to multitask and handle the children while you're on the phone, in the kitchen cooking, got the laundry in, you're still doing whatever you need to do, preparing for work, you got an assignment for work, because we're able to do that. There is a grace on our lives to be able to handle various things. And if we would just take the time to step back and see, I'm graced for this. I may not be able to get it all done at once. I may not be able to handle it all once, but I'm still able to kind of handle it all at once. You understand what I'm saying? So there is a grace on us. And you know this with small children. You got twins. So
Yes.
there's a grace on us.
Woo.
You know, I remember when my children were younger and I would have to go to work, come home, do ministry, go to the church, open it up for prayer. If I was there by myself, come home, cook dinner, do homework, make sure they had their baths, make sure they were in the bed, and I was back up same in the morning, the next morning, doing the same thing. And then I used to say to myself, how am I doing all of this? But there was a grace that was placed on my life. You know, that whether nobody else was going to do it, I could do it. So there is a grace on us as women that if we would understand who we are, we really see, it's about identity. When you realize who you are as a woman, no matter your age, when you realize who you are, you grab a hold to the grace that's been put on your life. You operate in that area of you that you're not intimidated by who she is. You're not intimidated by who she is. And you say, hi, I got this. I can operate because I can be me and operate in the grace that I've been given. So there's a grace on us as women. And that's the part we need to get to, that we've got to know our identity. I won't know who I am. I can't tell you, girl, get up. I got you. Because I don't really have me. If I don't get me, I can't get you. And get you is so much bigger than I got you. Like, girl, I got your back. I got you. I see you. Because guess what? I see me.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And you know, we, like you said, we've got to allow ourselves and to truly tap into who we are.
Who we are.
Outside of being the woman of God that we are.
Right.
Who are we?
Who's Dionne?
Who is Charmaine?
There you go.
Who
Who's
am
Dionne?
I? When I wake up in the morning, who am I?
Who am I?
What am I, like you said, what am I graced to do?
Right.
What did God place inside of me? Because at the end of the day, God has placed inside of us, each and every one of us, giftings. Yes. And we all got a calling. Yes. And it's the world is big enough to be who God called us to be and the woman that we are supposed to be.
But do you understand that's why the fight is the way it is, though, lady? The fight is there because really the job of the enemy and the job of all of the things that come, the distractions, is to keep us from ever really tapping into who we are. So it keeps us in this thing of, you my enemy. Oh, she was after me. She was talking about me. So no.
Yes. Yes,
that's where the distraction comes. Well, so-and-so said that she said, So it keeps us fighting each other. Well, she thinks she better than me. Oh, well, who does she think she is? Well, I know this. And I heard this. And that's what the distraction is, because we're hearing so much with everybody else. Our ears are clogged that we can't hear God saying, but I called you. I called you. Because I was there, I was wrapped all up in my husband, and he's the one anointed, and he's the one that and God had to show me one day, like, he's a man. I'm God, but I called you. Are you gonna answer me now? Or you still engrossed over here? No, let me show you. I called you. And that's when I began on the journey of Dionne. Who am I? Not just the pastor's wife, not just my children's mother, but who am I? And then what is my place?
Place. That goes back to me saying we as women got to know our lanes.
Got to know your place.
Know our place.
Yeah.
And when I say that, like, I'm not even talking about, this has nothing to do with men and marriage. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about know our place as women
in the earth. In the earth. Who am I?
Who are your sister?
Yeah.
feel each other's heart. And
Yeah.
the thing about it is that we can't feel each other is because we're too busy tearing each other down. And this is why I said it's time to pull each other up. Let's pull each other out of the pit.
Yeah.
Pull each other out of depression. We have enough going on in the world than to be sitting down talking about each other.
But you know what it is? It's sometimes it's that comfortable place because we fight ourselves. And I'll go back to it every time. It is the fight within that makes us fight everybody else. If we ever get to, and I used to tell my women this all the time, when you really begin to know who you are, you won't fight me and think I'm the enemy. You'll see
Right.
how special and how, because even though they would fight me, I would tell them, and you're beautiful, and you still called, and God still has purpose for you. Even now, I get on some of their nerves because I'll text every now and then and go, you're still not doing what you're really supposed to be doing in the Lord. Like God's calling you. What's going on? I mean, we're not gonna keep doing this cycle. Get up now. Let's go. You know, it's almost like being a coach. Hey, you're not off duty, but it's that fight that we do in ourselves that causes us to fight each
Yes.
other. I see it every day, and I've learned that I don't take it personal because I realize there's the inner battle. Inner battles will always cause outer conflicts.
Yes, that's good. Inner battle.
Inner battles will always cause outer conflict. If you see a woman that's confident, she's quiet, she's not bothering anybody, she's loving on everybody, she's, in her place doing what she needs to do. And then people say, oh, she thinks she better. No, she knows who she is. And when you know who you are, you're not intimidated by it. You say,
Right.
girl, I like the way you move. Yes, sis, get it. Then you start to cheer her on, but you can't cheer her on if you're not cheering yourself.
Right. And a lot of times, and then that just goes back to us women growing up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, some people, maybe they didn't have someone to tell them, to pour into them, to say you're beautiful, you're gifted, you're just as anointed as the next woman.
Right.
You got it going on too, girl.
Right.
If you
Right.
just tap into who God called you to be, if
Yeah.
you just tap into that woman that you are supposed to be, then maybe you'll see for yourself that you really are all of those things. You really are beautiful. And we
Yeah.
have to get to listen. When God was dealing with me and I was trying to really find who I was.
Okay.
I was really trying to find who Charmaine was.
Right.
It was one of the darkest seasons of my life. And I
I've been
really
there.
was just going through.
Yeah.
And I began to lose some friends and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something when you could stop pointing the finger at everybody else and see
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Right.
And so God
Right.
caused me to see
Right.
me,
Right.
regardless of what other people had done.
Yeah.
God caused me, he took me back to see me. And
Yeah.
he made me eat some words where I was feeling like, well, I didn't have anyone to tell me this, and I didn't have anyone to tell me that. And
Yeah.
God began to really show me down through the years. There were people in your life that told you things. Did you listen?
You rejected it. Yeah.
And we are rejecting sound wisdom because it's not coming the way we want it to come.
Yeah.
And if we just listen, if we just open up, and I know my sister Chantel, she said earlier, she said people fear being honest, being truthful, and being transparent because of other people basically going out and telling.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And that goes back because that's something that deals with us.
Right.
That's what somebody posted the other day, like we need safe havens. Yeah. Whether it's in church, out of church, whether it's with your friend, we need safe havens. You know what I said to that?
What?
We have to be the safe havens as people.
Yeah.
Because we could go to any building and call it a safe haven.
Yeah.
But if us, the people that are the women that are in this building don't have maturity and integrity and morals, then the place that we are calling the safe haven, the place that we're sitting in, is not going to be a safe haven, because when we get out, we're going to discuss it.
Yeah. And see, that's where we are for us as women. There is especially for us as women of God and believers, there has to be a place of your intimate time with God. You have to begin to put yourself out before the Lord, that God, I need you to help me become trustworthy. Help me to be the place that I can be for my sister, and my brother. Because it's not just us as women, men too. But help me to be that I don't, the contamination that might be in me. I need you to purify me. See, that's honesty. God, get me the things out of me that are not pure. Those things that are not like you. Those attributes in me that leaves people hurt and not healed and not better. God, deal. And see, that it comes back to honesty. If you know you can't handle somebody's transparency, vulnerabilities, they're telling you, they're being honest, you need to stop them before they say it. Hey, I'm not the one you need to do that to. I'm being worked on with my mouth. My mouth is crazy. I don't hold nothing good. I need you to do that. And it also comes with a level of maturity, because once you know you've been dealt a hand like that, you never want to see somebody else go through that type of pain.
Absolutely.
And I've been there, that I was in a very, really bad state, and I poured out to who was the first person and that I thought was like in my vicinity that could handle it. They weren't mature enough to handle it. Everybody can't handle your your humanity. Let's say they can't handle that. They can only see what they can't handle the fact that I hurt, I bleed, I have moments, I'm going through a bad spot. They can't do that. So it has to be that all of us have to take a self-inspection, self-reflection, and say, yeah, I've been guilty of that. I can't do that, because I want people to handle me in that way. I have to begin to say, I need to be able to also likewise handle others that way. Somebody, and all of us need somebody else. We need each other. You know what I mean? We need each other. And that's the reality of it. We got to begin to take each other's lives seriously. It's all cute when young, you're teenagers, but when you have, you become an adult, you have children, you have family, there's so much attached to all of us, that when you do that, you pour out your sister, you spill out your brother, you spill out your sister's business, or you hurt them, you got a trail of all of that behind them that's connected to them, that's also affected.
Right.
So you're not just hurting that individual, you're hurting everything that's connected to them.
Everything.
And so we've got to get a reality as women that sometimes you got to say, I got to stop this mess. Now, let's be real. I got to stop this mess.
Yes.
Enough is enough. I got to grow up. Some of this I don't need to see. Some of this I don't need to hear. No, don't bring me nobody's junk. Don't bring me that, because I want to be able to pray for them. I want to be able to love them and be there for them if they need me. But it's a decision.
A decision.
It's a decision.
There was a point in my life where I was just like, because like you said, if we're honest, we've all been guilty of doing it, of talking about someone or sharing our sisters and our brother's business, just being busy. Like I like to say, being busy like Martha instead of being like Mary.
Right.
Instead of praying, we're so busy being busy.
Yeah.
And so there was a point where, I had to mature, because at the end of the day, for as much as we want people to trust us, confide in us, love us, and call us sister, call us friend.
Right.
If we're honest, we haven't shown that.
Right.
We haven't extended that to other people.
Right.
And so while it's great, like you said, to share and confide in and tell, tell each other, tell our sister what we're going through, and trying to have that transparent moment. But we also have to understand that we have to stop going to people who are not ready or in position to handle our transparency.
It's a level of
You could be
discernment.
my best friend,
Yeah.
but perhaps you're not mature
I
enough
promise you,
to
I know.
handle what I'm going
I
through.
promise you, I know.
You can be my family member, and
Yeah.
I'm coming to you and I'm venting and I'm going and
Girl.
I'm just trying to share and get it off.
Girl.
But maybe you're not mature enough to handle,
Woo!
and you're
Girl.
not ready.
Yep.
We're getting mad at the listen. God showed me you're getting mad at them because they just weren't mature enough to handle what you were saying, what you were going through, and because they weren't mature enough, they leaked it, or they said it, or they misunderstood and they took it to other people. And so the same grace that we want people to extend to us, we have to be woman enough to extend it to other people.
To do it.
We have to be mature enough
Yeah.
to say, you know whatever happened, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah.
While I'm dealing with me, while you're dealing with you,
you
know, let's just be honest. Let's put it out there. Let's put it on the table. Because at the end of the day, God has to get the glory.
He does. He does.
And God
and lives
get the
are attached
glory
to
out
us.
of the situation until he gets the glory out of our individual lives.
Yeah.
With us being honest about where we are.
And there's a level of submission that it has to come with us once we see ourselves. Because again, some of us, you know, we grew up in areas of we didn't have anybody really telling us this or that. And, you know, some of us, you know, everybody's got a different story. Everybody's come from a different place. But again, when you submit your life, especially in the Lord, when you submit your life, especially as leading women in whatever capacity it may be in your job, wherever, you hold dear to those who come to you, those who have been assigned to you. And there's a level of discernment that also has to be heightened in us, if I can use that. We have to have and operate in a level of discernment. You kind of will know someone's spirit, you know, based on how much time you spend with them. You know, maybe not. I have friends. I do. And I say this all the time because I'm very careful. And I say, sometimes I get a little agitated because I say, God, you know, everybody comes to me. Everybody comes to me. I'm able to, you know, help and maneuver and speak and all of these different things. And I'm like, but God, who do you have for me? And sometimes I realize it's him. Because wherein that I'm the one that everybody's coming to and I'm pouring out to them, then now I have to go back to him. So sometimes my most intimate time and my most intimate things that I would love to share with a girlfriend, I can't. I go to him. And
Absolutely.
Then when it's allowed, when I have that moment in that space, I'm still very careful. Because although I might want to say it, something in me is like, hold it.
And it's okay to be to have that to have that discernment.
Yeah.
Right. Even with our friends, it's okay because everything is not for everybody. And like you said, a lot of things we just got to take it to God in prayer and trust him to work it out and trust and believe that at the end of the day that God is going to do just what he said he's going to do. He has us covered. And no, we're not islands unto ourselves. So yes, we need each other to survive. We need people. One of the worst statements I hate to hear people say, I don't need nobody.
That's the worst thing because you need somebody.
Woman. No. These are the things that we say out of our mouths about each other. And I get it. We've all been hurt. We all have this wall up. A lot of us have a wall up now because we've been hurt. Right. We don't know how to break through it. And we've got to stop just telling people, oh, get over it. Right? Because how do I get over it?
Yeah. There's sometimes it's layers.
What happened to me as a child?
Yeah, sometimes it's layers, and you're pulling back layers, and women are pulling back layers. Women have layers. We walk around with layers on. not just naturally. Sometimes you don't see it naturally, but you got to look even spiritually. That people have layers. There's something underneath all of that. That what you see sometimes is just the response of everything that's been on them all of their lives. You know, rejection and fear and abandonment and so much that, you know, we fight through, always trying to be accepted. I've been there. I mean, I've told my testimony, fought for love all my life, wanted to be accepted, never wanted anybody mad with me. So you do everything in your power trying to make it so everybody's not mad at you. Then you have those people that say, I don't care who's mad at me, I could care less, you know,
Right.
whatever. And then we train our girls to be the same way. So we raise our daughters up to feel like that. And then now here comes another cycle of another
Yes.
generation of,
Yes.
I don't care. I don't need you nowhere. I don't care. Then you have those that are just like, well, what can I do for you? And trying to please everybody. So there comes a time that you got to stand up and say, I got to break these cycles because I don't want the next generation, my children's children, to have to deal
Yes.
with this. So
Yes.
rejection and fear, and I'm always the underdog. Nobody really cared about me. You know, all of these different things. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's time, ladies, that we know who we are. We are fearfully
Yes.
and
Come
wonderfully
on.
made. We are the creation of God. We are unique. We, in all of us, none of us are alike. None of us. We don't sound alike. We don't all look alike. We don't all have the same body shapes, but we are who God thought of before the foundation of the world. And he has a purpose set for us. And when we realize and really begin to say, now, God, here I am. I need you to show me. I need you.
Yes.
I am available for you because I'm showing up now. I got to get in place so you can show me, because my sister needs me. My daughters need me. My cousins need me. They need
Yes.
me. Somebody has to say, I got to break this pattern. I'm tired of seeing the same thing go on. First ladies, elect ladies, you know, women that are married to pastors and whatever. We can't just be the ones that just be like, well, I'm cute. You know, I got a little hat on. And
Listen.
no. We are the next group of powerful women to say, yes, my husband is a man in leadership. Yes, I stand with him. But yes, I have been called. I've got a purpose. You know, whether it might be entrepreneurship and may not be just all in the four walls of the church. You know, I got a business. I look at how you do with your kids and you do with them with cooking and all these different things. Those are the things that we need to be showing. Those are the things that we do to break the cycles. I love it when you get on live and your little girl is talking. Those are the things that another mommy needs to see, to say, oh, I need to do that with my baby girl. I'm always busy. I don't have time. I'm always shooing her off. But no, she needs to see, come on, girl, let's get in the kitchen. You know, I saw Charmaine on there and she had her little girl in the kitchen and her little boy in the kitchen and they were doing. So now it breaks the cycles and begins new patterns. That's how we tell girls, get up. Because I'm going to
Yeah.
show you something new, girl. No, we ain't talking about that. No, I'm not posting that crazy stuff. No, I'm not getting down with that because I got something to show somebody. Something new is coming out of me.
Yes. And
Ah,
especially in this time of quarantine,
come
something
on.
new has to come
Something
out of
new
us.
has to come out
It,
of us.
it can't be the same thing. We've
No,
been
ma'am.
basically locked down for over a month.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
new is coming out of us
What
in
new?
this season?
Come
What
on.
are we showing
Come
each
on.
other that's different?
Yeah.
What are we showing?
Yeah, Sandra. Your purpose
Some
wrapped in a package.
yes, purpose wrapped in a package.
We are.
And we just gotta let our purpose shine.
We
Like
have to.
we gotta get past, like you said, the face, what we see, the outer layer,
Yep.
and get to the heart of people.
And can I say
Because the
this
truth
too?
of the matter is, everybody needs love. Everybody needs somebody to extend that hand. Everybody needs somebody to say, "Girl, get up. You could do it. I'm rooting for you. I got you. No matter how low you feel. If
And
you
can I
can't,
tell
if
you
you
this?
don't feel
We need to tell another sister, I'm not your enemy. We may not
right,
be alike. We may not always agree, but I'm not your enemy, girl. I'm not your enemy. I'm not against you. I need you to make it so I can make it. I need you to do it and flourish so I can flourish. When you go up, I go up. When you doing
Yes.
good, I do good. Because now I'm inspired. There's a lady that's close to me now. She's began to do something. She ventured out to get her own business. And you know what I told her? I said, I don't care how many people do it. I don't care how many people do it.
Yeah.
Nobody does it like you. I said, so put your stamp on it, girl, and work it.
Yeah, you know what? We have a lot of people, and I think sometimes people get a little bit discouraged because
Yes.
social media could be
Ah,
wonderful, but
ah,
then it could be
ah.
bad
Yep.
because you have people that say things like, "Oh, this person stole my
Took my
idea,"
idea.
or they took my idea. I posted it first. I said it first. The truth of the matter is, like you said, the world, the kingdom is big enough for everybody. Just it
The
could have
world is
been
big
very
enough for
well been
all
your
of us to
idea
get it.
that you posted.
Yeah,
Somebody saw it
absolutely.
and said, I have the same gift.
Come
And
on.
maybe they can't do it like you doing it.
But they got a
So
different
why are you
audience from
getting
you.
mad?
Yeah.
Right. Why are we getting mad at people who are gleaning from what we shared? When we're
That's why we're
all
here.
able to win.
That's why. That's why we're here. So that we can leave that mark and somebody else say, and it be activated. I always said this. What's in you is supposed to activate what's in somebody else. Your gift, your abilities, it's supposed to activate what's in somebody
Yeah.
else. I'm not supposed to leave what in you dormant. It's supposed to stir you up to be like, I've been sitting here and I've been wanting to do that for the longest. Look how many seamstress and all of that there is.
Yeah.
Hairstylists. Nobody does it the same, and everybody's got their own clientele. Doesn't mean that everybody got to go to one person. There's somebody over
That's
across
right.
town, and she can do it too, and put her little flair on it. That's the thing with us girls. We cannot be afraid of what's in the next sister. Don't be afraid of it. That's what keeps us from each other because we're so intimidated and so afraid of one another. When all we can do is say, girl, I like what you're doing. I don't know how you did it, or can you share with me a little bit? And that's another thing. Stop being afraid to share a little bit.
Listen, I was just about to say that.
Stop being afraid.
I don't like I don't understand. It's a big thing with us as women.
Your
If
sister can't
somebody
take nothing you got.
listen, if you see somebody with something on and I compliment you and you know where you got it from, come on. A lot
Right.
of times we know where we got our
Women be like,
things
I
from,
don't want to see you in
but
it.
because we don't want somebody else to have what we have, we be like, oh girl, I don't know. I had this 20 years. Listen, right. Lady David said we have to be willing to share.
Willing to
Right, sis?
share.
Right. Ashley says we have to celebrate our
Celebrate your,
sisters.
that's it,
Celebrate
Ashley.
each
That we
other.
gotta celebrate each other. Don't be intimidated. What you have is what you have. And then
And it's
like I
more
said,
than enough.
it
It's
is.
more than enough.
And you know,
More than
can I
enough.
tell y'all something? You know, we are equipped with more than just one gift.
Absolutely.
When God made us, he filled us with gifts and abilities. Okay? It's not just one thing. I'm more than just a singer. I'm more than that. I'm more than just a
Yeah.
worship leader. I'm more than that. And I had to realize that because sometimes we keep ourselves in one place and say, well, that's all I'm able to do. But you know, there's something rumbling on the inside. And that's why a lot of us are frustrated because we're sitting on a lot of stuff that we need to be trying to now ask God, help me release it. Help me bring
Right.
this forth. And so our
And
frustrations, we take them out on each other. Oh, you holding me
and
down.
we
Oh, she jealous of me. Girl, she's not even thinking about you.
ain't even thinking about you. Go on and work your gift.
Seriously.
Right, Lady Davis, you got to know your own word.
Know your
People,
word.
like, we got to
That's
get
the
away
biggest
from that
key.
myth as women that somebody hating on us. That is nobody hating on you,
Nobody
because the
hating on
truth
you,
of the
baby.
matter is we think we have haters. And what?
And the
Sometimes we
Bible
got to
said,
look in
love
the
them
mirror
that hate
because
you.
we're our own haters.
Love them that hate you.
Right.
Huh.
We can become our own haters. We're so busy thinking everybody else is hating on us, when
We end up
truthfully,
hating
because we
ourselves.
haven't dealt with us, and
For
because we
sure.
haven't dealt with the
There it
little
is.
girl inside of us, the
There it
immature and
is.
petty ways that we have,
There it is.
we start lashing out, calling it hate from people.
Yep.
But we need to look in the mirror, because
It's
listen,
within.
I think I said, people like to quote in the Bible, he prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies.
Now I
What
like
are you
that.
going to do, sis, when
Right.
you show up to that prepared table and you're the only one there? Because you're your own enemy. We got to get away from that. Stop waiting and looking for a prepared table of enemies and just work your gift.
Work your. Now you talking right now. That's my kind of talk. Work your gift. I don't have time
If
to
we work
pansy all
our
of this
gifts,
other
we won't
stuff.
have time.
No, work your gift. It's time for us to arise. And that's what, lady, we've got to begin to challenge each other. Girl, get up from there. Come out of that and come on up, because there's something higher. Elevate your mind and let's go higher, because God has more for us. There is more for us to do. It's in the mind. And if you don't
Right.
bring captivity, those thoughts under captivity, you will always be tormented with it. And that's the one thing I had to learn. It wasn't what people were saying. It was what I was allowing to play in my mind. So I fought myself with what was in my mind.
Right, Tanasia. Work your
Work your
gift.
gift. That's it right there. When you work your gift is when you can help your sister get up and work her gift. That's how you say, girl, I got you. Because we're going to work this.
We in this together.
We're in this together.
If we could just understand that we are in this walk of life together. We are better together. I keep
Yes, we
saying
are.
it every time. Like, we
Yep.
are so much better if
Yep.
we link up together. We don't have time to fight each other.
Nope.
Let's build.
Yep. And that's the enemy's job, is to make us turn on ourselves and each other. He hates unity. Satan hates unity. So now when we come together, what do? Tear him apart, because the biggest enemy is us as women.
That's right.
His
And at
head
the
would
end
be
of the
bruised by our heel. He hates us.
Absolutely.
He hates
And at
us.
the end of the day, we as women, because yes, we do make up the majority of the church, right?
Yes,
Sister
Lady
Fanta,
Harvey.
Lady Fanta, helpers one to
Helpers one
another.
to another.
We gotta get to the place where we get past, we tear down the wall.
Yes.
We got to, sometimes there's not going to be anybody else to tear down our walls.
Yeah.
So we've got to begin to chip away with it. How are we going to do that? With the word of God.
Come on.
You know those scriptures. Come on. If you don't know, get in your word and see what God says about you. He says so much. It's more than we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He says so much more about us.
So much more. So much more.
And if we knew that, then right, Sister Ashley, Evangelist Ashley, we could be our sister's keeper.
Keep
for real.
Her. Right. We will keep her.
Right.
This is it.
If we learn how to build each other, we gotta stop it. We gotta, like I was saying, we gotta tear down our own walls. And it's gonna take a lot of prayer, and some fasting too,
yes, Lord.
And some isolation,
and being able to face yourself. Because I gotta look at me. I gotta face me.
Look in the mirror. And that's what I have to do. I have to look in the mirror.
Yep.
God had to tell me, shut up.
Me too.
You're pointing at everybody else, but what about you?
Me too.
Ladies, we got to get in that mirror. It's not enough to say, this is who I am, because I've been hurt and I don't want to get close to nobody.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, we've all been hurt.
All of us.
How, Lady Daniels, tell us, how are we going to get past that part to truly walk in?
Forgiveness. I had to, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I got on my knees one day. I was by myself. Well, it was me and another young lady that was with me in our ministry. And I got on my knees and began to tell God how much I hate, all of the things that were happening to me. I said, God, I hate them. I hate them. I hate what they've done to me. I hate what they said to me. I hate all of these things. And as I began to release that, it began to flow up in me. God, forgive me, and I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive this. I forgive the, and I mean names and all. I forgive the incidents. I forgive all. I forgive myself. And I had to get there. Forgiveness is key to releasing these areas in our lives. And it's not just one time, it is every day.
Yes.
Lord,
Forgiveness is
forgive me
key.
and help me to forgive them. Forgive me of my trespasses. Forgive me of when I spoke out of turn. Forgive me when I talked too much.
Yes,
Forgive
Sister
me when I've
Regine.
been loose with myself. Forgive me, and I forgive them. And that's what broke the thing in my life to take me to a place that women can come to me and I know that they have done whatever, but it don't even matter because that is my sister. That is a daughter. And I know that God has placed me in this place so they can come now and I can begin to pour in them and help them come to a place of that healing that they need. That's the seriousness of it. So
Yeah.
you got to get before God. God, forgive me. I let go of this pain. Face it and he'll fix it.
Face it. Yes. We have to face.
Forgiveness, you got to face it and he will fix it. It's not posting on Facebook. It's not putting up it is really the reality of facing it, and it's going to hurt. And that's the reality of it, ladies.
Yes.
It's going to hurt.
Forgiveness is not cute. It's
It's
not a
not.
look. It
Repentance is
hurts.
not. It sometimes can almost be bloody
Yeah.
because you
Sister
feel like
Regine said
everything of you is
forgiveness.
just,
Sister Regine said forgiveness releases us and
yes,
ensures we will also
we will
receive
receive
forgiveness.
forgiveness.
Right. Because forgiveness is not for the person, it's for us.
It's for you because God
And we've
forgives
got
us
to learn how to
daily.
forgive.
Yes. And it is, yes, right, evangelist, a place of real humility. And it'll break down all them walls that you were talking about, lady. It breaks down those walls.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
we
not
have to
afraid
be
of you when
honest.
you come. I'm not afraid of you when you come and feel like, oh, they're going to be just like them. I don't even look at it like that. Nope. Oh, that's a trick. It's a trap. No. God is setting us up because now people are really hurting. And now God
Yes.
needs
Yeah.
us to be healed so that now we can bind up the broken, heal
Right.
those that are hurting. That's the reality of it.
Yeah. And especially, I know a lot of people are talking about the quarantine and dealing with that. But the truth is, we should be taking this time, ladies. I know, and I know because a lot of you inbox me, we talk, we're cool. I'm challenging you
Good.
to go do it, Lady Dionne said. Go before the
Go before
Lord.
God.
Go
Mm-mm-mm.
take it to
My.
God in prayer.
Yes, Lord.
Release it.
Yes,
Let
Lord.
it go.
Yes,
Cry
Lord.
it out. Scream it
Yes.
out. Give it
Yes.
to God and
Give it to
be
him.
healed.
Yes. And be
Allow
made
God
whole.
to cleanse you in this time and to really refresh you because
Yes.
we got to be our sister's keeper. We
Yes.
can't fight against each other.
We
We
can't.
got to pull each other up.
We're
There are
not
going to be
going to win.
women that are coming to our churches when the
Yeah.
doors open, when this is
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah.
And because women make up the seating of the church, we are the fragrance of the house. We have
Yes.
to understand and know our places and stop fighting each other and
Yeah.
get healed and
Yes.
forgive ourselves and
My.
our sisters and get on the wall and on the
Ah,
battlefield and not the battlefield against each other,
nope. Put your guns
but
away.
together to
Done.
unify, get on the battlefield of unification. We got to fight to unify. We got to
Yeah.
fight for unity.
Ah.
Who's willing to fight with me and Lady Dionne and some of the other ladies on here to say, you know what? I'm going to get forgiveness for myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to go before the Lord. I'm going to get myself healed. And when I
Ah.
come out, I'm going to be better. And
Woo!
people going to know I'm better.
Yes, sir. It's going to be evident. You ain't even got to tell anybody.
Right.
Your whole countenance will change. It will change. And that's what God wants to do. God is shifting us to transformation. It's not just what we've seen and what we've done before. It's all new now from the inside out.
From the inside out. So we are concluding. Thank you. Thank you, Lady
honor.
Dionne. You are amazing.
My
Thank
honor.
you. Thank you, everybody who tuned in to
Thank you.
tonight. Sanctity of Sisterhood. I am my sister's keeper.
I am my sister's
Share
keeper.
this video, guys.
Please.
Share it out. Somebody needs to hear what you got tonight. That
Yeah.
maybe they working, maybe they couldn't get on, maybe they taking
Right.
care of their household.
Right.
Share it out. Let's
Share
share
it.
it. Let's get the word out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be coming on every Monday night at 9
Nice.
p.m.
Good.
We are going to get it together, ladies.
Yes.
We're going to get it together. And if any of my sisters is on here, listen, if you got something, we're standing and we're fighting together. We're doing this in unity.
In Jesus'
I
name.
want us to be unified.
Yes.
I want us to be unified. So thank you, Lady Dionne.
My honor, ladies.
Your
I love
wisdom,
you
your
more.
love. Thank you.
Thank you. Love y'all. Good night.
Love you. Love you. Good night. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sanctity of Sisterhood, our first night. I am my sister's keeper. Like I said, we're not a perfect people. We're not perfect. We don't have it all together. But listen, this is what God gave me. This is who God made me. And I went through something to get to where I am now. And I am not afraid to share and to say, you know what? Girl, get up. I got you. Why do I got you? Because I've been there and I've done that. And I'm speaking from a place of where I've been healed and delivered from and where God is taking me. So if you would share this video, post it. I love you. Share the flyers when it comes out. Please share it. Let's make this big. It's not about me. I'm not trying to build a platform for myself, but it's that we may be unified and fight together and really become the woman of God that we need to be. See you next week. Same time, same place, 9 p.m. Next week's co-host with me is Lady Shalonda Davis. Meet us next Monday at 9 p.m. I'm sure that God's going to meet us and we're all going to be in this together. Good night.